Hey kids, welcome to Shine for Jesus Big Kids. We're so glad you're here. This episode is about an incredible young lady who relied on God for her confidence, for the job He wanted her to do, and it almost got her killed. She had to be brave and do hard things and be confident, all to save her people. Esther, whose real name was Hadassah, as she was Jewish. She was an orphan. Her parents died when she was a young child. She was living with her relative Mordecai and his wife. Mordecai and his wife were Jews, living in a city where the ruling king was not Jewish, and there was not many other Jewish people in the city. Mordecai worked for the king at the palace. The Bible says the king was so rich that he had a party for 7 days straight with the finest foods. At one point, the king wanted a new queen. And in those days, the king would send his soldiers throughout the city and gather up all the young ladies of the right age and have them brought to the palace. And he would pick one to be queen. The young women would go through many different beauty rituals, cleansings, and teachings about the ways of being the queen. Now Hadassah, who's using the name Esther as she promised Mordecai she would, was picked to be queen. She kept her Jewish heritage a secret, just as Mordecai told her to. But why? Now remember, the city where Esther lives, there are not many Jewish people, and they were captives from a war, brought there to work for the king. Many people hated them. This is why Mordecai told Esther to keep her Jewish heritage a secret. It could get her killed. Soon Mordecai would prove it was the right decision. One day, Mordecai was walking through the city and heard two men talking about killing the king. And these men worked very close to the king. Mordecai thought, I have to tell someone. He reported the conversation he overheard to the king's people and saved the king's life. But later, there was another plot, not to kill the king, but to kill all the Jewish people all over the king's kingdom. The plot was from a man named Haman. Haman had a deep hatred for the Jewish people. His family taught him to hate them. He told the king such a convincing story that the king agreed to allow the Jewish people to be killed. Who could save the Jewish people? Mordecai was so upset. He did all the traditional mourning practices. Then he kneeled in the street in front of the palace, crying and praying. Then a couple of Esther's servants saw him, and they told Esther. She sent one of them to talk to Mordecai and find out why he was out there. Mordecai sent the servant back to Esther with a message telling about the written decree that gave the legal right to kill all Jewish people, and also that she needed to go tell the king to stop this and save the Jewish people. Queen Esther sent this message back to Mordecai. She could not go before the king without permission, or she may be put to death. Then Mordecai sent this message back to Queen Esther. Do you think you will be spared more than the other Jews? Maybe you have become queen for just this moment, for God to use you to save the Jewish people, His people. Queen Esther, so different than that young girl Hadassah. She had to trust God, be strong, courageous, and draw upon her confidence from God and God alone. She said, "If I perish, I perish." So Esther went to the king, and she found favor with the king. God protects those He uses for His purposes. When we obey, God honors that obedience. Do you want that kind of confidence? Do you want God's protection? First, you must give your heart, your mind, and your soul, and believe in Jesus. You can start by saying, "Jesus, I give you my life." If you just said that and believe that in your heart, then welcome to the family of God. Now tell someone you trust your decision to follow Jesus and His ways. And shoot us an email. We'd love to hear your story.